Alright, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Tomboy Official. I'm trying to figure out something a little weird. Has nothing to do with this episode. I kind of just want to talk a little bit about sports, but I'm wondering, let me see. So, when I use this app, when it's recording, I notice there's a little red dot at the top of the phone. It's like I don't know if it's an infrared light or what. I know when I cover it, the user interface, the screen turns black. Now, I haven't noticed this with any other apps, not with my phone, not with my when I record videos, not when I record just audio. And it seems to be motion censored. So I don't know what this is. It's kind of weird. But it might only be with the Anchor app. I'm not too sure. It's real weird to me. I should look it up and see what it is. That's the only thing I've really noticed. And I just noticed it, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, because I had the lights out when I was recording. And it doesn't seem to be based on it seems like motion sensor based. I don't really know what it is. I don't know any other apps that when you cover that part of the phone, the screen shuts off. And I don't know any other apps that use that little red dot. And I don't know if it's a camera. It says recording. To my knowledge, it's audio. But I'm a little curious why my other audio apps don't use that. So I don't really know. It might just be the motion sensor. Because when I move my phone, it is red for a while. But then when I stop moving the phone completely, it doesn't move. Like, it doesn't turn on. So I don't know. And when you cover it, the screen turns black. So I don't really know. Like, it doesn't turn the phone off. It doesn't put it in sleep mode. Nothing. It just turns the screen black when I cover that area where the red dot is. And I don't mean the red dot that's on the screen. It's on the phone. It's not on the screen. It's on, like, up near the camera. But I don't believe it's actually the camera. So I don't know if the motion sensor has like an LED or infrared or what the heck. I'm gonna have to look that up because that's a little weird. I noticed it the other day and then just totally forgot about it. And until today. But anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about sports, athletics. I've talked about it before, but it seems to be that time of year when a lot of people start trying to, get back into shape and stuff like that. But for me, I tend to usually hit that time of year probably around September because I'm usually thinking about trying to snowboard as early as November, maybe December. Usually December. It's not usually. I usually don't go in November. This was the first year where I had maybe 2 opportunities when I could have gone in November and didn't go. And now I have 2 opportunities to go during this month of December. The most ideal opportunity would be the weekend of the 16th. And then in January I should go up too. So I'm gonna figure that stuff out. But when it comes to, sports, athletics, exercise, I'm one of those people who, doesn't mind working out at home. I have enough gear to kind of, choose from. Yoga mat. The weights I have are it's just one single 8-pound weight. Have bands, one resistance band that's probably old that I need to replace. One exercise ball. I have one of the smaller type of exercise balls. I have rollerblades. I have definitely my snowboards. One of them's a full set. The other one, once I get the proper screws and piece for the center piece for the bindings, that will be a full set because it has boots, board. I have the bindings, I just have no way to attach them because I don't have that disc. I don't know where it is. Maybe I have it. Maybe I don't. I don't really remember, honestly. I could just buy a new one. But I think the screws I purchased were the wrong size. And so now I have to I don't know if I can return the screws. Maybe I can. I have no idea, honestly. Amazon returns get a little exhausting. And then let me see. Yeah, that's kind of what I have, as far as, in my room. In the hallway, there's a pull-up bar. It's got, the different grips, kind of like the P90X one. It has, the wide one for, your traps, and it has I don't know what they're called. I don't know. It has a lot of different places that, you can kind of grab different sections. I can't really do pull-ups. Even if I could, I don't think I would really trust myself to really be doing it on the door frame. And so I use a chair, and then I don't do it every day, but it's it's there. If I need it, I just keep it up. It doesn't hurt anybody to have it there. And then I use, let me see. Well, today I used my mom's bike. She has a stationary bike, and it's in the living room. So I was watching the Cowboys game, and not really watching it, but just, I don't know. I was watching a little hockey, then turned that game on. I was like, yeah, it's Sunday. I want to just catch the end of some games and stuff. Because I haven't really watched sports other than Saturday morning. I hadn't really watched any games since the Friday after Thanksgiving. I don't think I've watched any full games since then. As much as I love soccer, I have not been able to watch all the World Cup. I'm choosing specific games based on time and based on how much I really want to see the game. I do really want to watch them all, but it's like I really have other stuff to do. So this is a World Cup where I'm not gonna really watch too many inconveniently timed ones, and I'm not gonna watch the ones where it's like, if I'm busy, I'm busy, But yeah, that's kind of all the stuff I have. My shoes right now are like trail running Adidas. And I don't know how much they cost. They're over 100. I don't know how much. I wanted the same Salomon ones that I had before, and the ones that I found that seemed as close to that, they didn't really fit as good as my old ones. They were a little, I can't remember what the fit was, but they didn't fit the way I liked. And so I guess the only thing I don't like about these Adidas, the back, the part that goes like close to like your Achilles, it's like really rigid and a little higher than I'm used to, which is fine, but I kind of like to slip my shoes off and on, and that makes it kind of hard to slip my shoes off and on because it doesn't bend at all. And then, I mean, I have a couple pairs of old shoes, some Uggs. Yeah, just that kind of stuff. That's basically all I really have. I mean, it maybe makes it seem like I'm far more active than I really am, but it kind of just goes to show that, it helps to just have options, because even if I'm home, it's like I have so many options of things I can use for exercise that I really don't have to work out outside of the house. And living near a beach, living near multiple parks, living not too far from 2 gyms, it's like I have so many options. I like the controlled environment of the gym, how there's like, maybe a little better air, like air conditioning, and you're not exposed to the sun. There's bathrooms, there's water fountains. You don't have to like carry all your stuff around because there's lockers. I kind of like that. The thing I don't like about the gym is that it's a little, like when I'm having kind of a lazy day, it's a little hard to really tell how much work I'm really putting in, because there's places you can kind of like sit and like chill. Like you can be on the machine and taking a break and like texting people and taking selfies, and like you can be on a bike and just kind of like chilling, like like in a seated kind of way. Tonight, what did I do tonight? I did like a night workout today. I mean, I did do a lot of cleaning, but then I did, what did I do to work out? I did basically I was kind of rollerblading around like the property of the house, and then I got on the bike that's my mom's bike for a little bit, and then mostly just did a lot of yoga. That was basically today, but definitely it's easier to to go heavy when it's not night. And then, yeah, I like to watch sports. I mean, I find sports and just athletic stuff in general to be pretty important. It kind of tells you a lot about yourself. At least for me, it tells me a lot about myself. Like, it lets me know my energy, my mindset, whether or not I'm fatigued. Once I'm working out, I know, like, am I hydrated? Am I still pretty flexible? Are my muscles pretty tight? Or am I kind of loosened up? Am I, do I need to, like, develop more muscle in certain areas? Because I can't do, like, a proper form in whatever I'm doing because my muscles aren't really conditioned enough. I mean, all that kind of stuff, it's kind of hard to kind of tell sometimes. And, because there is, like, a whole mind-body connection and everything, I think it does help people be a lot sharper, like when they're getting more exercise, sleep quality improves, and just in general just improves. I mean, we're not meant to be really sitting at desk all day. That's not really, we kind of adapted our own selves to do that. We kind of adapted our own, like, Western culture to kind of sit down and do very sedentary types of tasks, unless you're working, like, at a store or something. But it's like, if you have, like, a desk job, usually you're just kind of sitting there all day. There's usually reasons why you would get up, but you're not, like, doing, like, usually, like, manual labor. We're not running around hunting. We're not chasing animals. We're not foraging for food and having to, like, climb places and do much of anything. We're not, like, weaving and digging and pounding and grinding and, like, doing all this other kind of stuff to make food and to trap animals and to make all of our supplies and clothing. And we're not making things. If I want anything, I just go on Amazon and press a few buttons, and then in a day or two it's on my doorstep. Like, that's the effort I put in. And so, and can you make a lot of that stuff? Yeah, you can make it, if you have the know-how or the patience or the time or the supplies. But we weren't really meant to be, like, sitting around as much as we do. So I think really it does create a lot of problems, because we're supposed to be doing usually tasks that require a lot of mental effort and focus and concentration and multitasking. And it's hard to do all that when you're sitting all day anyways. Like, it's kind of easier to use your brain when you're up moving around more often. And so it's kind of weird. Like, you have to go out of your way to kind of, like, get in a lot of movement, or just make it some form of more convenient. Like, I think I've mentioned before how I used to park, like, off campus and carry all my heavy stuff, just because I knew that, first of all, one of my friends was going to be walking with me walking back, and then second of all, I just did it because I was like, it was free, and you could see the school from, like, where I parked. So even though it was a distance, it felt closer because you could see it. And so it was like, and it wasn't that big of a deal, but it's like, yeah, I got to take 2 30-minute walks with a heavy, like, a decently heavy pack twice a day. I mean, I mean, it's not nothing, you know. I wasn't like running or jogging or anything, but like that was really all the exercise I had to get. Like it wasn't that much, but it was like a decent amount of exercise. Um, and you know, when it was hot, it was sweaty and you know everything. But so that was when was yeah, that was like early grad school, but um the easiest way for me to incorporate since like 2020 is you know, just mostly when I get outdoors after work. I used to be a little better with that, getting outdoors after work and then going to the park and like taking walks and stuff. Um, but it's not that hard to do like exercise during my 30-minute lunch break. That's just the easiest, most convenient thing. Like I mentioned all the stuff that I have, and it's just easy to just do. Um, and at the moment, I kind of just know what I'm trying to work on with my legs mostly. For like mostly legs and core, and not core for like abs necessarily, more so core for back. Um, because I have a pretty weak core, and so it really contributes to a lot of back issues when I'm snowboarding and stuff. And so I'm trying to get that as I'm trying to get on top of that as much as I can. That's one reason why I'm kind of stalling about going to the mountains, is because I know I'm not really in the shape I need to be to do it. Could I handle it? Yes, but I really don't want it to be like last season when I got injured. So, yeah, like, because an injury this early in the season is a setback. And then, I mean, if I get injured and have to take 1 to 2 months to get better, it's going to be like, so say if I go December, then I can't go again till January, maybe February. I mean, the season ends in April, so it's like, you know, I'm counting down like 5 more months pretty much. Um, so, and usually with April, it's not like the last day of April, it's usually like, not the last day of April. Most places close sometime earlier in April. And so, I mean, the years just go by so quick, the months go by so fast. Um, that's basically what I do. Like, that's kind of what I do athletic wise. And then probably some of my favorite workouts were definitely when we used to have a trainer come to the clinic once a week, and then after work we would work out from like 5:15 to like 6:30 or something once a week. And there were quite a few of us that would stay to do that, and it was pretty fun. It was really convenient, it was free, it was a decent workout, and then you just had it done. And it was kind of fun to do with our work crew too. And that was the last time that I kind of had fun working out with groups of people. I have some friends in San Diego that play soccer on Sundays. I could join. I haven't really joined yet. I have another friend who does rowing and flag football, and I haven't done either one. And I had some other friends that did kickball. They're all like queer leagues for the most part, and I feel like there was another one. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there was another one. But yeah, like I kind of took to more of the like solo sports, just because I'm not really too interested in the competing like I used to. Like, I don't really like, I love watching team sports, but I don't really like playing them. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm in so much of a funk lately, today anyways. So I guess it'll be easier to kind of hit the ground running early this week and get on with things. But yeah, for people who like, I mean, I talk about it all the time, but you know, people who are kind of into, like, I guess the lesbian YouTube world of LA athletes, like, not necessarily professional, but like, I don't know if Davey Wavy still does his fitness channel. He used to. This was like ages ago, probably like 15 years ago. I mean, there's a lot of people that I always mention that are always at the gym. Primarily like Jamie Messina and Jay Killam, like, and Alexa Legends. Like, I think Alexa Legends, she plays on the LA Legends women's football team. And I mean, there's just a lot of options of stuff to do. I mean, people don't have to join like sports, you don't have to join the gym, you don't have to do anything. You could literally just, you don't even have to buy gear, like, or any kind of equipment. Like, you could work out at home. You can find copies of those insanity workouts, and that's mostly just body weight exercises and pretty intense cardio. And I feel like those workouts are pretty good, honestly. And yeah, like, it's kind of interesting. Like, I grew up playing sports and I know how to like work out and all that kind of stuff. It's just a matter of doing it. But I kind of know that when I don't do it, it's not necessarily because I'm lazy, it's because I've got other stuff going on. And so it's just that cycle. It's like, you don't work out, then you don't feel like working out. And then when you do work out, you feel like working out, because just everything kind of falls into place. So the trick really is to stay consistent and not really stop doing it. Or if you do stop doing it, have like a method to kind of keep on. Like, I used to like what one of my old lady clients would say. She would say that she doesn't go past the third day of not working out, because then at least you're working out once a week at the least, once, twice a week. And then, you know, it still gives you some room to kind of skip days if you must. But then, you know, by the third day, you just like force yourself. I don't think she was saying it about working out. I think she said it about depression and like laying around in bed. She says she doesn't give herself more than 2 full days of that, and on the third day she forces herself to get up. And I mean, I think people can do that with exercise too. It's like, you know, pick whatever that number is, and it's like, once you hit a certain minimum number of days that you can skip, I mean, that can be an individual choice, but preferably it's good to keep them closer together so that you're not like getting too out of shape in between. I mean, I feel like you can't get that out of shape in 2 days. Even like like a half a week, maybe like almost a week. But once you're on like 1 or 2 weeks, you could really flip things to another level. after like 2 weeks, definitely a month. Like, you can gain a lot in a month, fat wise, like bad fat wise, as in like unhealthy. You know, it can get out of hand pretty quick. But I don't know. Like, I think most people, the issue isn't that they don't know how to do it or that they, it's more like incorporating it into the day or week and having that hard limit of like, what's the minimum amount that you're willing to kind of go without, or the maximum, I don't know, I guess I should say the maximum amount of days that you can skip. And yeah, but it's kind of all I have to say about that for now. I'm sleepy, honestly, but I was just thinking about it because like, I've been kind of dedicating a lot of I don't know if I'd say time, like thinking time towards it, and like trying to be a little more creative with exercise in general. But with that, thanks for listening.